I've been told that Felicia and Patrick, you're working on a book that's going to be released soon. Why don't you go into that a little bit more?
Sure. We're very, very proud of it. It's been about a year in the making, and it's called Drop the P, How to Go from Tax Prep to Tax Rep. And the idea is people who want to transition from a traditional tax preparation firm and kind of get away from the regular tax season of doing just the transactional client interactions of preparing tax returns to the more in-depth, challenging area of tax representation. And the book is kind of a roadmap on how to do that. We go through all different aspects. Why go into tax representation? We have different chapters on different tools to use in order to get tax representation. The book will be available in the next week or two, but we're very, very excited. A quick funny story. Last year at Summit, Felicia and I were having lunch, and we're sitting in the lunchroom, and she had just finished her first book, and she said, I'll never write another book again. And so I jokingly say, well, we should write a book together. And she's like, okay, what would we write it on? I said, well, we can write how to do a tax resolution firm. And then I thought, we'll drop the P, how to go from tax prep to tax rep. I literally meant it as a joke. And a year later, the book is in existence, so we're going to get that published. So we're very excited about it.
I'll never forget the day you asked me that night. And then when I did say yes, I was like, what did I just agree to? It evolved very quickly after the first of the year, and we just kind of ran with it. And we've been very blessed to have a lot of input from a lot of different companies, not just ours. And again, as Patrick mentioned, it's a roadmap on how to move in that direction. You may not be able to do it all at once, but it does give you the tips and tricks and the tools on how to drop that P in your practice. Patrick did it last year when he stood up his new firm. I did it this year in June. So it's really a beautiful concept to be able to see that two people that actually did this wrote the book and knows what we're going through.
The other great part about it is we're going to create a masterclass training to do it. And then next year, we're bringing back the Midwest Tax Representation Conference, but it's going to be based on the book. And it's going to be a one-day conference that you would attend to learn the roadmap to transition to tax representation. So we're going to expand it more than just the book. We're going to provide trainings to people to help them learn the tricks of the trade, and that it doesn't have to be a hard stop changeover. It can be slow. You can first add tax resolution to your practice. I know, Stephen, you said that you do tax resolution now. I'm sure it took time for you to transition over to where you are now. You didn't just one day stop and switch over. And the book kind of really gives them the motivation and the background and the belief that they can do that.